So Subaru is an adventure brand, right? On all the wilderness tours and all the goat modes. Can you do that in an EV? Well, Subaru says you can because they have their Solterra. And we're here on Vancouver Island to test this theory out. We're going to do some off-road adventuring in the new 2024 Solterra, as well as learn from Subaru Canada about how they're continuing to support parks and adventuring in parks. That's coming up on the latest Novak report, so stick around. The Subaru Solterra full battery electric vehicle was co-developed with Toyota, who offered their version of the design to its customers as the Bz4X. The two models are built on the same platform and in many respects are the same vehicle, but there are also noticeable differences as well. Both Toyota and Subaru have well-established brand identities that differ from each other. And in the case of the Solterra, Subaru has worked hard to ensure that their version of this shared design is just as much a Subaru as is any other model in their lineup.
Solterra, we like to think, is a little bit different from other EVs because people that buy the Solterra aren't just buying based on price and range. So we're offering like a true vehicle that could do some capable things. So again, it's not an appliance, it's for people that want to get out there and do Subaru-like things. It really gives you that extra capability that other EVs can't quite offer. What you need to know about the Solterra is it has 359 kilometers of range, it has a decent sized battery, and it has, again, a lot of capability. It has Subaru things like dual function X mode. It also even has a grip control where you can scale kind of a mountain slope using the X mode without touching the pedal at all. It just goes straight up the hill. I think the conversation about EVs always defaults back to price and range. And also, I think a lot of people think it has to be a spaceship of some kind with some ultra-modern features. What we're saying is, you can have all the capability that you would expect from a Subaru, but you can have it in an electrified format. So it does all the Subaru things, it's just electric.
In addition to the opportunity to finally have some seat time in a Solterra, this event also included the opportunity to learn about Subaru Canada's Adventure on Parks program. It's a program that aligns well with the brand and especially well with vehicles like the Solterra.
The Subaru Adventure on Parks program started back in 2021. What it encompasses is partnerships with provincial parks across Canada, including BC, New Brunswick, as well as Ontario, as well as Parks Canada, which is national. There's various initiatives within the program. First one is the Ambassador program, and what that is about is education. So it's bringing Canadians and park visitors into the parks and educating them about how to enjoy the parks responsibly. With Parks Canada, we have a Discovery Family Pass, so that's actually a sales incentive with every forest or wilderness that Subaru customers purchase. They get this incentive to being able to enjoy the parks all year round for a full year. In addition to that, we have the Hidden Gems contest, so that's inviting, again, Subaru customers to go out into the parks, enjoy them, and find destinations that are maybe a little bit more remote and unspoiled. And finally, there's the Leave No Trace Pledge. And what that is a partnership with Leave No Trace, which is another organization. Again, what they do is they're trying to promote education on how to enjoy parks responsibly.
So this whole event with the Solterra is kind of interesting because it's really our first time in one. When Subaru launched, they were really quite invisible with the Solterra. They didn't do much of a marketing campaign, and sales were kind of, they said back orders kept them full. This 2024 Solterra is where they've really started to put some dollars into their campaigns. You've seen them, they now have TV ads for it, and consequently they've said, September was their best month of sales ever. With this 2024 from the 2023, they have noted they've made some changes. And of course, a lot of people will say it's a Bz4X. Well, I think they're making some great strides to differentiate themselves. They're keeping consistent with Subaru being that ultimate sort of off-road vehicle. I believe they call us, sort of an SUV for adventurous. For 2024, they've made some changes. They've improved the charging times with efficiency, even on the interior. I mean, this still is largely the Bz4X, but they're making conscious efforts. They've changed the steering wheel. The 2023 was your standard round steering wheel, and now we have more the squared edges, almost to give it that adventure type look. So, I mean, as an EV itself, it's okay. I mean, it's still lacking a bit in range comparison, but Subaru themselves in their research have said it's a brand that has a lot of loyalty, and the way they've marketed this more as an adventure type of EV, their studies have said that people are more concerned about the brand and its capability than, say, things like range. So, you know, I suppose that's a smart way to go about selling their vehicles. To give them that differentiating edge, it's about being a typical GOAT mode Subaru, and we'll see that. We're just heading to the off-road track now, so kind of an interesting take on it. The chance to take the Solterra through a specially designed off-road course was something I was really looking forward to, for it's exactly the type of demonstration Subaru needs to undertake to assure their dedicated fan base that just because the Solterra is electric doesn't mean it isn't as capable as any other model they sell. Subaru makes note that with 8.3 inches of ground clearance, the Solterra sits higher off the ground than any other EV model that it competes against. We also had several opportunities to experience the benefits of dual-function X mode on the Solterra, as we were able to use the enhanced traction controlling capabilities while climbing steep inclines. Using X mode's speed control feature, we drove up inclines without being on the accelerator pedal, and we used multiple camera views to steer safely up and around the crest. And hill descent control can be selected in conjunction with X mode, which maintains a constant speed on steep downhills, since all Solterras that go up a steep incline must eventually come down.
You know, in terms of sales, a lot of people are saying, you know, EV sales are slowing down, and they are to a certain extent, but we just had a record month in September where we sold 270. And year to date, we've sold about 1,600, and we're already about 17.5% over our last year number, and it's only September, right, at the end of September. So really, we're on a great pace, and to date, we've only sold 3 to fleet companies. So when we say we've sold over 1,600, those are actual real paying Subaru customers.
So that was fun. I gotta admit, I was impressed. I enjoy taking out an electric vehicle on roads you might not normally. What did you think though? Did you enjoy watching this? If you did, make sure you hit that like and consider sharing it with others. If you're not subscribed to the Novak Report, please consider doing so. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're ringing the bell so that you get notified of every time I upload something new. That's it for now. I'm Eric Novak. Thanks for watching.